Canada is cracking down on immigration fraud, and let me tell you, the numbers are staggering. Every single month, over 9,000 cases of suspected fraud are being investigated, leading to thousands of applications rejected and banned for tens of thousands of individuals. The Canadian government is making it very clear: fraud will not be tolerated. In the meantime, Immigration Minister Marc Miller has warned that fraudulent agents are taking advantage of hopeful applicants, promising them shortcuts to permanent residency while charging very heavy fee for fake services. He emphasized that fraud is not just about scams, but also about submitting false information or fake documents in immigration application, which is kind of illegal and has serious consequences. To address this particular issue, Canada has introduced stricter penalties, including fine up to $1.5 million for dishonest immigration representatives who assist in fraudulent applications. Additionally, measures have been taken to reduce fraud in the express entry system, where some applicants attempt to illegally buy or sell labor market impact assessments, that is LMIAS, to increase their chances of being selected for permanent residency. With this, the government is also actively working to stop misinformation about international study permit and the asylum process. Many individuals have been misled into believing that claiming asylum is a shortcut to residency. But Canadian authorities have made it very clear that all asylum claims undergo rigorous screening. False asylum claim can result in permanent ban from both the person who is claiming it and their entire family. The issue of fraudulent asylum claim has become very concerning with the rising number of Indian nationals seeking asylum in Canada. If we talk about stats, then in 2024 alone, Indian nationals filed 32,375 asylum claims, making up 19% of total 1,72,000 plus claims, both record numbers. Now, this represents a significant jump from 2023, when only 11,200 plus Indians claimed, accounted for 7.9% of total 1,43,000 plus claims. In comparison, back in 2015, when Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's government first took the office, only 380 asylum claims came from Indian nationals out of the total 16,000 plus. Imagine. The Indian government has expressed concern that some pro-Khalistan elements may be exploiting the asylum system. Reports suggest that some individuals are joining protests outside Indian missions in Canada, taking selfies and then leaving shortly afterwards, possibly using these kind of events as evidence to support their asylum claims. To combat misinformation and fraudulent immigration practices, Canadian authorities have emphasized the importance of seeking guidance from only authorized representatives, such as licensed immigration consultants, lawyers, and notaries. Minister Miller retaliated that all necessary information and application forms are freely available on the official Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada website. Fraud prevention has become a key focus, specifically in March, which is designated as Fraud Prevention Month. The government is using this time to educate people on the dangers of immigration fraud and the severe penalties that comes with it. Stricter immigration rules have also been implemented. For example, in Feb 2024, Canada introduced new measures allowing officials to cancel temporary resident documents such as electronic travel authorization, work permits, study permits, and temporary resident visas too. These measures are intended to prevent the exploitation of temporary visas by individuals who may be attempting to overstay or misuse their status. IRCC has made it very clear that while Canada welcomes visitors, workers, and even students from all around the globe, temporary residents must comply with the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act and its regulations. One area where stricter policies have had a significant impact is the student visa program. Everybody knows that Indian students make up the largest group of international students in Canada. But unfortunately, the number of study permits issued to them has dropped sharply. In 2024, Canada issued 1,89,000 plus study permits to Indian students, down from 2,78,000 plus in 2023. That's a steep 32% decline. Despite this drop, Indian students still accounted for 36% of total 5,18,000 plus permit issued in 2024. The overall number of study permits granted also fell from 6 lakh plus in 2023, when Indian students made up nearly 41% of the total. However, looking at the long-term trend, there has still been significant growth in Indian students studying in Canada. If we talk about the year 2015, then Canada issued 2,19,000 plus study permits in total, of which 31,000 plus went to Indian students, representing just 14.5%. With this, concern over documentation requests have also been growing. In November 2023, many Indian students in Canada received email asking them to resubmit their study permits, visas, and academic records. Some students who had valid visas for up to 2 years were also asked to provide additional documents, causing confusion and anxiety. The IRCC clarified that these requests were part of standard compliance check. Since 2015, the Canadian government has required post-secondary designated learning institution to report twice yearly on the enrollment status of their international students as part of the international student compliance regime. While these checks primarily involved institutions, students may occasionally be asked to submit transcripts or other documents to confirm their enrollment status. IRCC also noticed that because Indian students represent the largest group of international students in Canada, they were likely to receive a higher number of compliance requests. Well, the tightening of immigration policy has had a noticeable impact on Indian applicants. So in short, Canada is taking a strong stance against immigration fraud and misinformation. With thousands of cases being investigated each month, stricter penalties for dishonest immigration representatives, and increased scrutiny on asylum and study permit applications, the government aims to protect the integrity of its immigration system. Indian nationals, particularly the students, have been significantly affected by these changes. While Canada continues to welcome immigrants, visitors, and students, it is making it very clear that following the proper legal channel is essential. As policies evolve, applicants must stay informed and very cautious when seeking immigration advice to avoid any falling victim to the fraud.